Welcome to the silliest thing I saw this week. My name is Dave Pyper, and I bring you the silliest things I see each week in the NFL. We are sponsored each and every week by Vuori, makers of the most comfortable clothing on the planet. I will be showing you guys my latest Vuori haul later on in the show, so make sure you stick around for that. And also stick around till the end of the video for a sneak peek at my real life and what it takes to make this show week to week. But we have to kick this week off with my Cleveland Browns from Saturday. Late in the fourth quarter, the Browns are trying to make the box score just look a little bit more respectable. And on 2nd and 6, Bailey Zappi throws this one directly to tackle Michael Pierce, who almost immediately drops to his knees. Pierce never considered for a second about running this one back, and honestly, I can't blame him. Selfishly, I wanted to see the big man run this one in, but, I get it. Pierce was asked after the game about kneeling down, and he had this to say.
There's a long history of turning big guy interceptions and fumbles and all that stuff into memes. So at the risk of ruining a career play like that for myself, it's time to go home. So bus was out of gas. We're good.
I wouldn't want to become a meme either, and sometimes that bus runs out of gas, baby. Did you guys happen to catch the botched kickoff in Dallas on Sunday? Early in the second quarter, Brandon Aubrey kicks off, the ball gets away from him, and the ball sails out of bounds only to hit one of the Cowboys cheerleaders in the head. I mean, she gets rocked here. The camera guy does try his best to deflect the kick, but barely gets a hand on the ball, and it just donks her right in the head. I mean, it hits her hard. I did a little digging for you guys and for the show, not for me at all. And this is Michelle Simonowski, a rookie Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. Now, you can even see punter Tress Way checking in on the rookie. She was fine and posted to her Instagram story, "I am all right, everyone." Suffice to say, this was one of the most interesting ways to wrap up her season, and I'm glad she's okay. And, while we're in Dallas, let me hit you guys with a quick one that happened later on in this game. We have Marcus Mariota in for Jaden Daniels, and on the drop back, he just slips. on first glance, I thought I saw Ghosterson out there, but on the replay, it was revealed that this was actually a rogue banana peel. I'm not sure who left this out on the playing field, but I know that their potassium levels are in check. I'm glad that they did leave it out there because this kind of stuff cracks me up. We got an awesome matchup Sunday night, seeing the Lions and the Vikings play for the number one spot in the NFC North. Here in the second quarter, Darnold is going to complete a pass to Oliver over the middle, but there is a flag on the play. Head referee Brad Rogers comes out to make the call and forgets which way he's supposed to face so we can see his face on camera. This was especially funny because this was like the fourth penalty in the game, and Rogers had faced the correct way a few times. And I'm sure that he faced the correct way because he gave us this funny call in the first quarter.
False start. Everyone but the center. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Maybe Brad is just out there trying to make me laugh, and if so, thank you, Brad. I appreciate it. Each and every week, the silliest thing is brought to you by Vuori, makers of the most comfortable clothing on the planet. I told you guys last week I put an order in for some Vuori tops, and I had sent to me a Game Point polo, a short sleeve Ponto Performance tee, and my favorite, the Ponto Performance half-zip hoodie. And oh my goodness, it feels great to be decked out in Ponto Performance gear head to toe. Let me tell you, as soon as I put this hoodie on, I was in love. It is so unbelievably comfortable. I can't believe it took me this long to get a variety of Vuori tops, but I am glad I did. You can get 20% off your first purchase if you head to vuori.com/Harris. That way, they'll know that we sent you, and you'll also get the 20% off your first purchase, so that's good. I can't thank Vuori enough for making this show happen and for making this host so comfortable all season long. Let's get back to the silliness. Did anyone catch Davis Mills scorpioning himself trying to run a ball in for a touchdown on Sunday? Here in the third quarter, Mills is going to take the snap, and he doesn't like what he sees, so he pulls the ball down and decides to run for it. At the goal line, he dives forward only to be upended and land on his face mask. I mean, look at that. That can't feel good. Face meet face mask. I'm surprised he didn't break his nose. I can only assume he was taking tips from Will Levis on the opposite sideline because this is the most like Will Levis thing I've ever seen. Speaking of Will Levis, how about we check in on Will? After a deep pass down the sideline, we got our overzealous Levis, and just 2 plays later, Levis and company do this. Now, I'm not sure whose fault this is, but I'd like to point out the hilarity that is Will Levis, so I'm going to say it was his fault. In actuality, had this handoff been handled, Oliver would have gotten killed in the backfield. I mean, Barnett is right there. Either way, Will Levis makes me laugh. Maybe in the off season, I'll do a 2024 Will Levis hilarity review or something. Earlier in this video, we got to watch one of the sillier kickoffs from the season, but how about a silly punt here from Jake Browning? The Buccaneers are lined up to punt, and Jake misses the snap and then picks the ball up and tries to put a foot on it, but kicks the ball about 20 yards. He just misses the snap, really. I guess the snap is like a little off center, but I mean, come on, dude, you got to catch that. He grabs the ball quickly, but then 55 there, Folsky, gets a hand on Browning's shoulder as he's trying to punt, and it's enough to give us one of the silliest punts of the year. And that is going to do it for the silliness of Week 18. I want to thank Viore again for their support. Go to viore.com/Harris for 20% off your first order. I love making this show for you guys, and I can't thank you guys enough for watching all season long. I wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek at what making this show looks like sometimes with two little kids.
I need some paper.
Week 18. Week 18, silliest thing. Ow. Hopefully that gave you guys a laugh. That's going to do it for the silliest thing for this season. And who knows, maybe I'll make a super cut or something during the playoffs. If you want to see a super cut, let me know down in the comments and maybe I'll throw something together. But if not, thanks again for spending this season with me and all the hilarity. And, a little possum told me that we will be back for next year. So I guess I'll see you guys next year.
Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button, write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.